Leadership Thread with Dr. Peggy Pelonis. And now, Dr. Peggy Pelonis.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome once again to the Leadership Thread. It's a pleasure today to have with us Maria Loi, coming from a small village in Greece to the big red apple here in New York, but also worldwide chef extraordinaire. And she's here to share some of her secrets with us about the Mediterranean cuisine, how to live longer, but more importantly, how she got to where she is today. Welcome, Maria.
Ευχαριστώ. Thank you.
So let's start backwards. I'm really curious to know about your life. Here you are today, and you have a number of things going on. A show on TV, The Life of Loi. You've written more than 30 books. You work with, this is very, very important to say, you work with children and helping children understand the best ways to, do nutrition and be healthy. Many, many things that you have done. And now I hear you have a new adventure coming in your life.
Well, yeah, how I came to New York. Oh my God, it's too many things together. But first of all, I am from Thermo, Greece. It's a small village, really. If you haven't been there, go, because it's beautiful above the Lake Trichonida. So, yes, I grew up there, and as I said, I am a farm girl.
Yeah.
Because I grew up growing things. Also tobacco, which we should not have that. But anyway, but then I was very lucky to be with an amazing family. I am the youngest of 5 siblings.
Oh,
yes.
The youngest of
yes,
5.
Of 5, yes.
So what does that say about you in terms of being the youngest of 5? The young one is always the one that, or typically someone that, is spoiled, well taken care of, pampered. You have more than one parent. You have all your siblings as parents in some way.
Well, yes. But we were, each one had its own character.
Yeah.
So, and we had our parents that they taught us, how to be as individuals, self-confidence, all of that, freedom. So we didn't grow up like a family, the ordinary family.
Okay.
We grew up like a different environment. So that's why I believe each one of us, because everyone went to his own, career. And but we had a lot of love. We never thought, never jealous or nothing.
You didn't feel like you had to share that
No.
with everyone else.
So the only thing that we had to share, it was like a code, because it started from the big kid down to me.
So you, in that family growing up, how did you find a place of belonging? What was it in the family that made you feel, I have to do this in order to belong? I have to be a particular way, if that was the case?
Yes, it was the case.
Yeah.
First of all, I didn't have to attend school so much because my mother, she did homeschool for us.
Oh.
I was like 5, 6 years old, and I was reading. It's something big, almost a newspaper.
Wow. Well, that's unusual for those times. Why did your mother decide to homeschool you?
Well, my mother was from a very good family, before. And then she moved to Thermo. I think that she fell in love with my father. So, but her family, they were super intellectual people.
Okay.
So she knew that. But also, we needed, because we were a poor family with all these things that happening in Greece those years. And so someone had to cook. Yeah. So I love to cook. And that's how I started cooking, with my first meatballs, that my father told me that I'm the best chef, and that's it. Yes. But I never follow a recipe. And I said to people, don't even follow my recipes. Do yourself, do whatever you want.
You use a lot of instinct?
Yes.
A lot of, you measure things according to what you think is right.
Because you said about psychology. That's a psychology, what brought me to what I am today.
Do you use that method in your life in general? Does your
Yes.
gut guide you?
Actually, I do. And that's why I have great people next to me. I have, when at the restaurant that we have, the Loi Estiatorio, we have the same workers.
Yeah.
Since day one, almost 13 years now. And everybody said, like, oh, how do you find stuff? I said, when I open the door, they're there, you know.
You attract them
It's
because
I
you know what
teach
to look
them.
for.
I teach them, you know. So then I went and I became a lobbyist.
Yeah.
After that, I was almost top 10 lobbyist in Europe, which helped me a lot. I made a ton of money and a ton of experience. So, and then I didn't like myself. I read the poem of Cavafis, you know, not to be like miserable like this. Then I closed the book and I left. I got all my jewelry out. You know, like I was like a Christmas tree lady. Diamonds and all that.
Yes.
But now I am free, as you know. I'm very free. And then I thought, I went and I left near Nafpaktos. I stayed there for 2-3 years.
Yeah.
And I said, I have to breathe. And that's, I found myself again, like I was a kid. And the road, you know, like, took me to
Kind
become...
of led you.
Yes.
But this is more than just cooking. You cook, of course, and you're very successful in what you do, but it's more than that. It's about really teaching people how to live good lives. So it's really about improving the lives of people. So how did you get to that point to decide that that's what I want to do? That's my purpose.
So that's exactly what it is. It's my purpose in life. I was very lucky to have a papu that he was...
Papua grandfather.
Yeah. Yes.
Audience,
yes. Yes. You know, that he was like the Hippocrates, the modern Hippocrates. So he knew all the remedies and that. And when I was a kid, I was curious all the time. You know, what is this? What is that? So that's why I know about the beans, I know about the greens, about the olive oil, you know. I knew that I had to drink olive oil, you know, when I was a kid, you know.
Because it has medicinal qualities.
Yes, exactly.
And so
the
oleocanthal,
you know, all these polyphenols.
Yeah.
So why I have to have the tomato paste, and which we have the best tomato paste in Greece, in the red box. I don't want to advertise, but it's amazing. So all of these things. So I put it together, and I said, this is not only for me. I need to give it.
To share it.
Yes, out to the world. And my motto actually is give and never give up. Yes. But I have to mention something before we go for the Mediterranean Greek diet. You know who put me on TV? Do you know? The first thing that I was like years ago?
Who?
Yana Darilis.
Is that right? Our producer here.
Yes.
Okay.
So I have to say thank you.
Wow.
Because, you know, it's a start. The start, όπως λέμε στην Ελλάδα, it's like the ήμιση του παντός. It's like half of it, you know, of your life. And I thank Yana.
She saw the talent, and she saw that you wanted to share your story.
She is like that.
Yeah.
She is.
She is, I know
So,
that.
anyway, and then I am, fast forward. I did a cooking show, you know, with Grigoris Arnautoglu, Eleni Menegakis, all of that. People loved me. But one day, I said, okay, I'm going to New York to check for somebody else, for a restaurant, a friend of mine. I came here. I saw the handle by the door. It was ML in Greek. So I said, no, that's my restaurant. That's not yours. And that's how I started. And the rest is history. You know, ABC came, New York Times came, you know, all of them, because they saw how good the food is.
Yeah.
You know, because...
Good and good for you.
That's exactly what it is. Because when you cook and you don't fry, you don't use butter, and you respect the ingredients, then the food is going to be good and good for you.
Yeah, and you know, we all talk about the Mediterranean diet and how healthy it is, but we've come, far away from that these days because we take the easy way out. But cooking Mediterranean food can be easy.
It's not only easy.
Yeah.
It's healthy, as I said. Actually, the Loi, tasty, healthy, easy. Live on it. You know, so with that. So what your grandma, knew, or your grandfather, like mine, that's what we have to eat.
Yeah.
And I heard today also, Robert Kennedy, he says he's going to change what we're eating by December, which I disagree with many things what he says, but this I agree completely. So he says he's going to put the real things in, no sugar, not all the sugar, there's good sugars as well, but we have to check on that.
Yeah.
No
Sugar,
sodas,
preservatives,
yes,
all of those things.
Of course, all of that.
So, Maria, let's go back to your childhood. Okay? You talked about Papu, Grandpa. You talked about your mom and what was important to her and how you talked about being really encouraged by your dad. And by that, you found the courage to take risks.
Well, I'm Greek.
Okay.
Well, like that, Greeks, they have courage.
Yeah.
You have to have courage. You have to have philotimo. You have to have.
Tell me about
this.
philotimo. What does that mean for our audience? It means a love of honor, right?
Yes, it's a love of honor, but I don't think that others could understand that. You have to have your blood, the Greek blood. But I'm trying actually to teach that to the kids, with the cooking lessons that I'm giving them.
You think it's teachable? Can you teach philotimo to
It's not really teachable, but if you teach how a Greek lives and what the Greeks we believe, I think it's getting in there.
Though some people will say that we've come a long way from the ancient Greeks, right? And there is a philosophy that obviously came from the ancient Greeks. There's a democracy. There are many things. But we've come a long way from that today. So do the Greeks live healthy and eat healthy and think healthy?
Well, the Greeks, they eat and they don't eat healthy. Because there are places that they do it. And according to that, what they say, the Mediterranean diet. What is Mediterranean diet? It's a Greek diet. The base of the Mediterranean diet, it is a Greek diet. And we have to believe that. And we have to believe. With the Greeks, we have to take it out there.
Yeah.
So that's why when I wrote the book, with HarperCollins, they said, we have to put Mediterranean diet. I said, you can write the book with someone else. Yeah. Me, I'm going to be Greek diet. And now everyone says, oh, what a great idea. No, it's the truth. It's not an idea.
Yeah.
So, yes, we'll go back there. They do eat healthy, like I didn't eat healthy while I was a lobbyist. I follow the Western diets, all that. And that's why I was like a harmonica, up and down, up and down.
Like a yo-yo with the weight.
Also it was a lot of inflammation.
Yeah.
Now, I don't need, and I said, I don't need to take any medicine, nothing. Food is my medicine.
Okay.
And that's what I am with my people around me. And we have so many cases, as we say, that they get well.
From the food.
Yes.
So going back to your childhood, you obviously combined, a talent that you developed over the years. You combined it, though, with a philosophy of life. And there were certain values that were taught, whether they were spoken or unspoken rules in your family. What were some of these values that follows you to today?
I follow everything.
What did your family teach you?
First of all, they taught me to choose what I want to do. And as I say, my luxury is to say no. So that's a big thing when you know what you want and you stick with that. So,
did you know what you wanted from a young age?
Oh, yeah.
So the minute you made those meatballs,
yes,
you knew this is my calling to life.
Exactly. Yeah? That's how it was, But also, they told me whatever, you don't want people to do to you, not to do to them.
Okay.
So small things, but very big for people.
But in reality, they're not small.
No, they're not. So, and of course, a lot of love. It's a big thing.
And you put a lot of love in the food that you create.
Yes, and also I get a lot of love.
Yes.
Because when you create something, you do a painting or something, but you can wait for that, like maybe months to see the results. And the plate of a food,
is
you
immediate.
See it right now.
It's right now.
Right now there.
It's right now.
And you see the faces.
Yeah.
That's why I am at the restaurant. And they say, every day when you're in New York, you're at the restaurant. Yes, of course.
If your mom was here now, what would she say to you?
She will smile. She doesn't have to say anything. Always they were proud of me, and they were proud of every kid. You know?
And your relationship with your siblings, are they in New York as well? Or?
We call it the Loi Mafia. Yes.
So close relationship.
Yes, very close.
Yeah.
Very close.
And I'm sure a lot of the gatherings center around food.
Well, yeah, well, my sisters, they cook, but not all of them. My sister who lives in Greece as well, and I said, let me teach you something like that. Just why? I have you.
Yeah, yeah. So, Maria, you really have, your dreams have come true. You've really...
No.
Not yet.
No.
So that was my question. Where do you go from here?
I will never
What's
stop.
next?
I am doing now the design, how we say, like food for hospitals.
Oh.
Yes. And one day, I hope very soon, I will help a hospital in Greece as well. Of course, we are not going to charge because it's our country, and we don't charge that. And also kids with, we say, severe autism, and children that they have to grow up, and they have to, and not only the children, with the parents. Mm-hmm. And I find easier to do this in the Emirates, down Abu Dhabi, Dubai, all of that, because they are ahead of our time now. And to these kind of countries, that they adapt immediately. I hope my country will adapt this too.
Your goal in life is to teach the world to live healthy, and that started that day with the meatball.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of encouragement from your family, and it seems like collaboration, and some very strong values.
That's what you need in life.
Yeah. So what was the family atmosphere like when you were growing up?
Oh.
You said a lot of love, but what did that mean? How does that translate?
First of all, it was sharing.
Sharing, yeah.
Sharing, and not only the food. As I said, the quote, that if I remember that I was a kid, my sisters, they were taking me one after the other like that, like a baby, like,
yeah.
I felt that. I was not walking, on their arms.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was really love. So, and when you have love, you can give love. That's what we have to teach our kids today. To not only to have good food, to have people next to them that they love, and they communicate, and to care about the environment as well. I will never forget, that my father went to jail like for 3-4 days because he says that we're not going to put pesticides, in our Horafi in the fields over there, that we were doing that. Because and today, I think like 2 years ago, I was next to the Monsanto people, the CEO, and I said, I don't want to sit down next to you because I don't know what I'm going to do with.
We talked about a very, almost smooth road that developed. You knew from early on you wanted to do this. You got encouragement, you got love, doors opened, people came into your life, like Yana, who opened, more doors for you. What about some of the challenges along the way?
I don't see challenges. I see opportunities. I don't see it as a challenge. I always work forward to do things.
So when those opportunities seemed like obstacles, how did you cope with that? What was your way of solving that?
I don't have obstacles.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know, you can say that I was very lucky, or I could...
Or very optimistic.
Yeah, I'm
and
very
looking
optimistic.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And this is one of the things, we want to teach young people today, how to problem solve, look at the resources, reach out for support, figure out ways to get up when they're falling, and always look for that opportunity, because sometimes even the obstacles can be opportunities. And I think it sounds like this is a way that you led your life with this kind of philosophy.
Yes, I did. But that's I see my life as a normal life. People they say like, "Oh, you have done this, you have done this." I said, "No, I'm doing exactly the same things when I was 5 years old."
You love what you do.
I do.
So when you love what you do, it doesn't seem like work.
Love for yourself and love for others.
Yeah, for others. That's right. If there's one thing that you can tell young people right now, what would that be?
Give and never give up.
And by giving, you get.
I don't think to get.
You don't think about that.
No. But I do. Always.
Wow. Maria, thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for being with us today. It's really a pleasure to hear
you.
your story.
Thank you.
I hope that we'll have many more conversations.
Oh,
And
yes.
what a true leader in your profession.
Thank
And
you
thanks for
very
helping
much.
me unravel a little bit of that thread.
Thank you. And I cannot say I have to say thank you to John Katsimatidis because I love him.
Yeah.
And as I say, many people, they know him, but not many people, they really love him.
Okay.
Okay? We are this family. It's not because they're Greeks. They gave to the world many things. And they say, "Oh, are you because you're Greek?" I said, "No. I love them." I said, "Margot, she is more Greek than he is."
Well, it's always good to be grateful
Yes.
to the people who open those doors.
Thank you.
Thank you again
Thank
for
you.
joining us.
Thank you.
A pleasure to see you
My
today. I
pleasure.
look forward
Yeah.
to,
yes.
being at your restaurant.
Yes, okay.
All right.
Thank you.
And
Thank
to
you.
more successes
Thank you.
in the future. Thank you. Thank you all for tuning in to the Leadership Thread once again.